Okay.
We
Okay.
live.
Let's. We can also talk about. Yeah, I'm live, but we can also talk about.
We live before. I mean, we live and back in full effect. So for someone trying to cut me off while I'm trying to do his intro, you dig?
Yes.
Okay, you dig what I'm saying? All right. Now, welcome back to another episode of the APF podcast, episode 56. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach.
And hey, what's up, guys? It's going forward, and right now I'm looking big news. I just looked up a article on Yahoo Sports done by the great Chris Haynes talking about the different options to bring back the NBA, and I thought we could start with that because it's very, very important what's being talked about here. Because as you know, we are a basketball loving people over here. You know, favorite sport in the world, the sport we play all the time. I think it's just interesting to talk about. And also, I just looked up something. Former Lakers Shannon Brown charges shooting two people. So that's another great story, right there too.
He shot two people. The
Yes,
fuck?
sir. It's on NBC Sports. I just clicked the link. That's something we'll talk about later. But let's get into this first um thing here, right? So the NBA
Bro,
commissioner
look,
Adam Silver.
this funny though. Man stole his girlfriend's 10K to play bet and won 100 million and gave her 10K back. She's furious and wants 40 M's.
That's no, she can get that 10K. He only got to pay her
That,
back what he owes her. That's
he
he's
stole
dumb.
her 10K, right? And then
Oh,
it
he
was like,
stole her 10K?
he stole her
Okay, then
10K
he gave back her 10K. So I don't know what she asked for.
to play a bet, and then he won
Yeah,
100 M's, and then gave her back her 10K, and then now
yeah.
she wants 40 M's. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
man.
He should give her back 10K and move on. That's what he did. That's it.
And then the question on top of was the is his girlfriend wrong for wanting 40 M's of his winnings? How much should he
Uh,
give?
yeah, she is wrong because he stole from what you just said. He stole 10K and then won 100 million. So he paid back her 10K. That's it. I don't owe you nothing more and nothing less. That's what you
But
wanted.
let's put it like this in this situation, right? Let's say he sold that 10K, right? Let's
Yeah.
say that he didn't win, he lost all 10K and got nothing out of it, not even a dollar. What would he have done then? We would never know. We wouldn't know what happened then. But right now, all we know is that she wants 40 million. No, she's not gonna
Yes.
get 40 M's because he stole 10K. He gave you back your 10K.
Yes.
Take
He repaid
so
the debt. Unfortunately, for I understand that now she's like, well, damn, he stole my 10K and then made like however many times. Like he got times it
I
by
think it's like not, I think it's like I mean if you minus 100 million to minus 10,000, you get an answer. I mean,
yeah, you'd have to do that times. And he made whatever that times is, and now she's like, well,
oh
fuck,
no,
now I want.
can't you divide that?
Yeah, divide it. You have to divide 10,000 by 100 million. But now, whatever that is, that times is. Now she's like, well, fuck. Now I want to, get this money, and she wants like 40 million. I don't even know where that comes from. How does he owe you 40 million? He didn't take 40 million away from you. Oh shit. He did not take 40 million away. So
I think it was like I think she said 40 million for a 60-40 split.
yeah, she's stupid.
But
Um,
I would never. If I stole 10K from you, you're getting that 10K back. I'm not giving
10K
you.
back. The fuck am I giving
I'm
you
not
more?
giving you 40 million for what? You did nothing for it. You didn't help me.
Number one, I understand. Yeah, okay, yeah, you helped me win. You helped me a little bit, but I'm only paying you what I owe you. That's it. I'm not. When are you ever supposed to pay interest? What is this? You're not supposed to pay interest back. This girl is mad. I get it. It's unfortunate. Move on.
So
Okay.
so let's get to our real topics. Oh no,
Yes.
it's 99,990,000.
Well, basically 100 million. Still, fuck
Yeah.
her. You get 10K back. Doesn't matter.
I mean, Yeah, so he basically has 99 million right now.
She still
If this
don't
is
deserve
true,
no 40 million. That's almost half for what? Man, these
I
women
mean
need
that's
to
not
be
even.
goddamn.
I mean, well, that's not. I mean,
That,
if you being
that's
realistic, it's
close to
not really
half.
half. Well,
Oh, what 99? That remember, like half of 90 is 45. So if you do 99, the closest
so it'll
base
be
what you
49
do
then. It'll be
49.
49.
That's close, man. That is like 30 something percent of the winnings. Um, I really hope people on Twitter or whoever are like have common sense and say, nah, just get this 10K back. You know, if that's a real story, them boys on AGS gonna talk about it, and they going and you know that boy hard. They gonna be like, I only owe you 10K back, so I give you 10K back. Ain't no interest on this.
I will see if you help me out. Then okay, then I'm gonna give you more. But since you didn't, and I took your shit, then tough. That's tough luck.
Yeah, man. So let's get to this big news that I really want to talk with you about, which is basically the Adam Silver has now said there will be a series of bad options regarding continuation of season. So NBA Commissioner Adam Silver had a call with Chris Paul, Michelle Roberts, players, and media members to discuss the ongoing strategy to deal with the coronavirus pandemic with the league. Now he said he doesn't have to make a decision on whether to resume the season until some point in June. So he still has at least maybe over a month to make this decision. But he did say,
If I may interrupt for a second, I think that 10K shit is fake.
okay, well, maybe, probably. Look, this is such a random story that just you popped up. It,
Yeah, because I was just
the,
looking, I was just searching on. Oh, I was on IG. Things just be popping on
oh
my
man,
IG. So I was like, okay,
yeah, it's probably fake
I'm
then.
just looking at it, and that and I just searched it up, and I was like, supposedly it's fake. I don't know, but
Yeah, okay, I understand now. That probably
I mean, I'll just let you finish, and then I'll be looking at it, see if it's real.
okay. And so the commit like I was saying, he said that he won't have to make a decision until June. So however far in June, I don't know. I'm sure I can go and bring up that.
But June is the time where the NBA finals.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And so that's where they would start the playoffs, right? Obviously, the finals would be in like August or so. Um, and so he said there would likely be no fans present for games, and that many cities have contacted him about hosting the resumed season. Which is I would have loved to know the places or the cities within the United States, but it's not here yet. Silver said it's less risky to restart the season in a single location or perhaps two, and he's not ruling out Toronto as a possible site. Obviously, preference is to keep the games in the U.S. for people, so they don't have to get their passports and all that extra stuff. And
Yeah, because
if you didn't,
Toronto's a hassle. Toronto's a
yeah, and
hassle.
also if you didn't know, any person that comes in that's non-Canadian non-Canadian athlete has to have 2 weeks of quarantine away from people in Canada. So that will also add to the hassle of going there. Now he also said Orlando and Las Vegas are options if the season were to continue, with each respectively serving as Eastern Western Conference sides. We've heard this. You've heard this as well. Orlando, specifically the Walt Disney compound over there, there's like 57,000 square feet, two fully sized basketball courts with all the stuff you need for an NBA, broadcast. And Las Vegas does has as well. As you know, Las Vegas hosts the summer league. They also have, you know, big rooms, for people to stay in, and all different kinds of casinos for people to house players. Silver also said the goal is to play fully 7 game series in the playoffs. He did say tough decisions will need to be made because teams on the postseason bubble, and here's an example. Okay, Memphis is the 8th seed. Who's on the bubble? He says Zion Williamson, the Pelicans, Damian Lillard, and the Trailblazers. DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs, and I believe the Phoenix Suns are also between that 3.5 to 0 game lead uh, between those teams. Um, and those teams might not get a chance to clinch a spot if the league hiatus continues much longer. And so, with this information, that I've given you, how do you how do you
Wait,
feel?
where are those three teams? Where are they in the standings right now?
They should be like ninth, 10th, and 11th. Like those are the three teams right behind Memphis, who have like every single one of them is either 3 or 3.5 games behind Memphis, with like 11 games left in the regular season. And when he says if we continue to push it back to try and play regular season games, there will be a far more difficult to actually make the playoffs happen. So what he's basically saying is there's going to have to be a decision made by the players, really by the players on those teams, to essentially just forget about trying to make the playoffs and allow it to happen with Memphis being the eighth seed. Because I believe the Eastern Conference one is pretty much done with like Brooklyn, and I believe Orlando's like the eighth seed. Like I know like Washington's close, but not really. So
No, not Washington. It's over for them.
okay, because you can look up them. I really do.
Oh, wait, let me see that.
Yeah, look up them because I really know about the Western teams because they've been splattering like how close the teams are with in terms of games to Memphis. Even though with 3.5 games and like 11, 12 games left, it's really not possible, but it's still in the realm of possibility just because
I think
you know
the Wizards they can have the Wizards have a chance they go on a series winning streak.
like how far are they away?
They're like they're like 6 games away from the Magic. So
Okay, so basically that's they shouldn't even worry about them. I mean, is there really? I mean, 6 to 3.5. I mean, that's a big difference. 3.5 is kind of pushing it with the amount of games that were left before the pandemic. 6? Now they ain't making it. So that's why I said they're fine. We just need to worry about the Western teams. And so what I would
I think the it's let's see the Grizzlies are eighth and the Trailblazers are ninth. The Pelicans are
mhm.
10th and the Kings are 11th.
Kings.
So
There we go.
those
Also the Kings. The Kings. Yeah.
the Kings have 28, the Pelicans have 28, and the Trailblazers have 29. So those two teams, they all three of those teams under the Grizzlies, they have a chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's why that's really I think why maybe we have it's going to be he's talking about how tough it is. Um that look, if you want to start the season, basically he's telling you want to start the season, uh you're going to have these teams are going to have to eat that they're going to have no shot to make it. Basically, there's no regular season. Memphis will get the eighth seed, and they're just going to have to live with it. And I think that's really the hard problem that they're going to have trying to, make these guys understand it for the players because they're such competitive guys, and I really do hope that they can, get past it and just look to next year because this year is a wash. I mean, none of them are going to win the championship anyways. What are you getting to apart from Damian Lillard, who I think has made the playoffs every single year of his career? Am I mistaken on that?
Mm, let's see. Let me verify that.
Because that is, and also JJ Redick, right, has made the playoffs
No,
every
I
season of
think
his.
no, he came in the 12. He came in during the Brandon Royce like last year, so it was like the 12-13 season. So
So they did he not make the make the playoffs that year? Or no,
mm,
you can just type in the 2012 NBA regular season standings. It
yeah.
just tells you. See if they made it. Um, but it's a big thing, with these
Oh
guys.
shit, they did. Oh damn, they did.
Yeah. So um,
Damn, they did. Oh, they was fifth place. Damn. Oh shit, I
oh
forgot.
wow. Oh,
They
that
was
just
fit. They
tells you
was
how
fit. They have
good.
54 and that's how you know back that season they had a very competitive West. They had like 7 teams with 50 plus wins.
Wow, that is interesting right
And
there.
the East, I mean, I guess the same thing. They have like 7 teams with 40 plus wins, and
Yeah. And so I was going to ask you, how when I tell you all this information, Does this make you feel more confident that we're gonna get a playoffs in June, or yeah, are we
Uh,
gonna have to just understand that the season may have to end because certain players may not want to forego that chance to make the playoffs?
I mean, we'll put it like this: if certain players don't want to, then it's kind of then let's say they do make they two. Let's say it continues, then the whole playoffs and everything for those certain teams changes forever based on who is not wanting to play. Like for example, like LeBron. If LeBron doesn't play and the Lakers or then let's say LeBron doesn't play and they're in the playoffs, then it's going to change. It's going to change the whole system because he's not there because he don't want to
Mhm.
play.
Yeah. Well, LeBron, as we've heard, LeBron has said that he wants to play. That this has been really bad on his body in terms of not being able to play uh, basketball. Everybody's been telling people, "Hey, it's great for LeBron. He doesn't have to play." Well, yeah, listen, LeBron James. He says, "Nah, I really need to play." So
No,
I
he's basketball at heart. He wants to play the sport he loves.
yeah, has not been
Yeah,
great for his body. Um, yes, what is here? Chris Paul did express concern on behalf of players that some teams could be pressuring players to work at the facility, but Silver reiterated that it's optional and advised Paul to follow up with the league if it continues. So, um, I guess there's been some talk between the players of teams saying, "Hey, we really want you to go work out here," maybe by forcibly telling them or whatever. I think teams need to back off of players. They don't. Most players, let's just be honest, have fully operational, you know, freaking basketball courts. We know that, especially the top like 30 players in the league. They pretty much don't have to. I mean, look at Devin Booker's ass. He's over there riding around with Kendall Jenner. That boy is like, I'm done.
dude. I was like, damn. He running around with Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
That boy.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's riding around Kendall Jenner, man. Yes, yes.
He
Um,
should be riding around. He should be riding around the Los Angeles Lakers training facility. Shit, get your ass out of fucking Phoenix.
yes. So here's what I would say. I'm on Adrian Woj. I'm on Woj's Twitter, and Woj always gonna give you more information about these things.
Because
Obviously,
he's that dude.
he's the guy. He's got the contacts. Um, he did talk about the league revenue. If you didn't know, fans are almost half of the league revenue. The NBA is working on creative ways on TV to deliver the game to audiences, which I don't really understand the creative way. I'm sure it's probably just different viewing experiences, maybe VR or whatever. Um, and also, he did tell players to prepare for possibility of no fans in arenas next year without a vaccine, which is a real possibility. As I've told our parents here before, there won't be a vaccine for like 18 months, most likely, unless America happens and they can rush one out, right? So, because remember, they're going to start the regular season on Christmas Day next year. That's what's being told, which I like because that's the biggest year for the NBA.
Shit, we need something to be happy about.
Yes. Now, Michelle Roberts asked Silver on the call about financial impact moving forward for the league and players, and Silver flatly said that the collective bargaining agreement wasn't built for an extended pandemic. Silver's called it the greatest challenge of our lifetime. And he's right. Um, obviously the bargaining agreement was made for a non-pandemic world. It's not like we've lived in a pandemic world for forever, and so all of our stuff are built for that pandemic. So let's just the players understand that. Silver knows that, and I hope they don't try to get at the guy, and just understand what they can do. Silver did also tell players that he believes each of the 30 of his 30 owners wants to play again this season, despite suggestion made to him on call of short-term financial advantages for some teams not to resume season. He called his own competitors. They should want to play again because they're losing money. If I was them, I would want to play again. I'm not stupid. Oh well, I mean, what the fuck? Come on now. Um, I guess players will not be allowing teams, or players will not be allowed to be on private team jets. Be worried about commercial travel back to Marco for volunteer workouts. Decided trying to manage competitive advantage among teams as one of his reasons because certain teams probably can use their private plane, other teams cannot. Yada yada yada. And look, if the season were to resume and players want to save for it to get back into market, he did say they'll help in the possibility that the idea will be addressed again. So the private planes is an open thing right now, and that's the information about the league getting back.
I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it at all.
Yeah, I don't know about private planes, mostly because well, I, private plane. I think players say private planes because well they're private and they're the ones that've only been in it, so they can trust them. They really don't want to deal with like commercial flights. Um, it's interesting about competitive advantage among teams. I've never really understood like how much of a difference private planes make on the body of NBA players, but obviously they make a difference because of why if him say competitive advantage. If you have the Los Angeles Lakers flying on freaking Delta, and you got what else? What other team? What team would they
On
face?
Spirit,
Like the
you have the Phoenix flying on Spirit.
yeah, or Memphis flying on their private plane. That would be an advantage. Private obviously these planes are made for NBA recovery and everything, and it wouldn't be
And the
very
reason why I
fair.
say Spirit is because Spirit is like the worst airline service I've ever heard of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm the only reason I know because I watch some YouTubers I be watching, bruh. The what I be seeing, that shit ass.
Hmm. Yes. That's I do believe the season will come back. I think they're gonna make tough decisions to just restart the season and hope for the best. And I'm hoping for them as well because I do miss basketball. And if I'm them, just get those tests. I know that you're worried about the public outcry, but look at the NFL. They don't give a shit. They just do what they want. They did the NFL draft, and people are saying there's gonna be blood on their hands. They didn't give a crap. They're reaping the benefits. They release a schedule. Everybody's hyped now. So I hope it comes back. But uh, for you, do you think the NBA will come back with
Yeah. It's gonna. I believe that it will come back. I mean, at this point, you got Atlanta. they're open. You got Houston. Some places are open at like 25% capacity. So I have no reason to believe that they will not open up. I have every reason to believe that they will open up because if you got other places in the U.S. opening up, then not saying that you should open up because they're opening up, but but you'll have more resources and more brains to think about better precautions to take those steps to open up. Then I believe that they will open up. Then if they've thought about the right precaution to take to protect the players and everybody else running those games and playing in those games.
yep. Um, what's it called? Yeah, I think they'll play. If they're gonna move to a playoff only, I would just worry about the 16 teams that will be able to play the playoffs. Then, if they're able to fly and whatever, then that's okay. They should right now. They should just worry about the 16 teams getting back if that's what they're worried about. Those other people ain't going to be able to, you know, do anything. So that's all we have on that. Quickly, we're here about Shannon Brown shooting charges shooting at two people. He was charged in Atlanta. after being accused of firing a rifle at two people who were looking at homes for sale. He was arrested on charges of aggravated assault stemming from an incident May 2nd at his home in Tyrone, Georgia. He is free after posting bail bond on Monday. Um, he did tell police he thought the couple was trying to break into a house. Quote: The couple told police they were in the area looking for homes and noticed a for sale sign in front of Brown's home. They told investigators the front door was open and they entered after yelling out their intentions to tour the home. They stated that they heard a voice acknowledge them once inside. At some point, Mr. Brown came from upstairs with a rifle and detained them. Shortly there, said Lieutenant Philip Nelson. Shortly thereafter, he let them go, and they stated he fired his rifle towards them as they were leaving. No one was injured. Nelson said investigators who responded found one empty shell casing at the scene. Brown, who shares a daughter with ex-wife R&B singer Monica, who I've never heard about, has played for 8 teams over 9 NBA seasons, obviously winning 2 rings with the Kobe Bryant Pau Gasol Lakers. He currently plays in the Big Three. Um, I don't know. So you acknowledge these two people looking for homes to come in. Then you take your rifle and detain them. Let them go and then you shoot at them. I mean, come on now. Come on now.
I
Okay?
mean, if it was me, I would. I don't know if I'll do the same, but in the end scenario, I wouldn't shoot at you. Now, if you tried and pulled up on me with something, now if you tried something, let's say if you tried something, then okay, then I got, and then if you're threatening my life, then I got to shoot at you. I can't let you take me out. That's not how it works. If you're trying to threaten my life, then I got to take you down. I got to. I
Yeah,
got to take
but
you outside. I got to.
yeah, but if you're going if you but he acknowledged these people. Like that's what it says in the article. He acknowledged them and at once inside at some point came from upstairs with a rifle. He said, okay. They yelled out, hey, I'm trying to, um, I'm going to, look at your home for sale. His home is for sale. And the door was
Yeah,
already,
but then why did they even go in the house if it was open though?
no, no, no. They yelled at him. They yelled, hey, we want to check your house. He said, okay, or whatever he said. He acknowledged them to get inside. That's what they say. They
Wait,
say
but did
that
they set up an appointment
look,
or
actually
was it open house?
it was open house. That's what it would be, basically.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kind of
in
like
that case, okay, that makes sense.
yeah, kind of like the Tom Brady one, where Tom Brady went into like the wrong house of us trying to get to his offensive coordinator's house for a playbook, and there was a for sale sign, and it was open house, and he walked in kind of wrong thing. That's um what basically happened here. And then he kind of, but if that's what happened, which I think is what happened, he's in the wrong here, and he needs to be charged. Needs to be
Okay,
charged.
well, in that case, then
And
in
also,
that case,
he's
then I
motherfucking
change
man.
then
He's
I changed what
smiling.
I said because in that case, then I changed what I said because if
Yeah,
you have if yours is an open, I would understand if it's you set up an appointment and then they decide to go in your house without you there, without you even knowing. Okay, but you okay then free game, free play. But if you know yours is open house, yet they tell you the reason that they're there, and you detain them and all that extra, and then you shoot at them at the end, then you deserve some type of treatment. You deserve it.
yeah. And I just went on the Atlanta Journal Commission. I believe that's actually what they're called. Let me see. Yeah, Journal Constitution. And I just saw the mug picture for him, and he's smiling. So that's interesting. Um, so according to the officer, the couple said the gate and front door were open, and they thought someone inside told them to come in. Now that's really the big thing. Did he tell them to come in or not? The only thing you've heard from Shannon Brown is he thought they were breaking in. They said the door was open and there's a for sale sign, which is true. So who knows? I think they did nothing wrong. If it was He said, "Come on, come in," or whatever. But if it was, even if there's a for sale sign, the door is open, and you think you hear, then you're I don't know. It's a very tough case for me to think about because I don't think you have to go bring a rifle and detain these people.
I didn't think he had to go that far. I mean, they're over there just looking at your house. You think they're gonna have any weapons on you? No, no,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
no.
Man,
I don't blame him for being careful, but at the same time, it's like you gotta just know that these people are here to want to buy your home, not trying to rob your home.
yep. So, what other stories? I'm sorry. What other topics we got coming here?
So as we know, you didn't watch the Xbox
No, I did
little
not
thing.
watch it at all because I don't play their games.
Hmm. So but do you know anything about it?
Um, yeah, I think while we were doing a exam, um, I was. They showed me a couple of the games that were shown on the Xbox Inside Xbox stream. Yeah, the Inside Xbox stream, which were Scarlet Nexus, Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, Dirt 5, Chorus Rise as 1, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Bright Memory Infinite, and Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is probably the only game I'm looking to even think about getting. And the Medium, The Ascent,
Wait,
and
isn't that for
Second.
Xbox though?
Uh, it's always been on PlayStation 5, 4. It's been on PlayStation every year, and also it's already on. It's coming to PlayStation 4 anyways, so it's gonna come to 5. It doesn't make any sense, you know. Why would you bring Yakuza Like a Dragon on PlayStation 4 but not put on PlayStation 5? Like, what sense does that make? So it's gonna come. It's not an exclusive like some of these games I'm reading here. Um. So, is there any of those games that you liked from what you saw?
I need to see what
Because
came out.
I'm because I did not watch them. So here it was. Um. They showed off 13 new games. They said that all the series of games will take advantage of Xbox Series X optimized, meaning they are built specifically to take advantage of Series X features such as 4K resolutions and fast loading times. 10 of these games are confirmed as smart delivery tiles, meaning you can buy them on the Xbox One, and they will be allowed for free upgrades to Xbox Series X if you buy the new console. Um, I care nothing for freaking Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in forever. I won't lie to you.
I
It
think we
doesn't.
have. When's the last one we played?
Unity. We played Unity. That was the last one.
Oh, yeah. Damn, that was shit. That's a six.
Yeah,
That's
like that
a
was the last one.
that was the inception of the PS4. Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much how far away that was. So that's the last one we played. I don't give a shit about them. Um,
So out of all of the confirmed ones that I would that if I were to buy on the Series X if I was to get one, it would probably be Yakuza and Rainbow Six. I mean, well, Rainbow Six Siege is already out there,
yeah,
but
I don't know why they put
since it's
that there.
confirmed, I would get that one. And I'm not gonna say Madden NFL 21 because I'm not.
Hey, did
I
you
don't
hear
hate.
about PJ Tour 2K21? They're making a PGA game in 2K. That's very interesting.
I don't know. I never heard that. I don't know how that's
Hey
gonna
man,
be.
there's an actual yeah, like they're gonna release a big like a not trailer but a full video about the game next week. I just saw it I saw the video on the IGN for PJ Tour 2K21, which I never even thought was being released at all. So that was interesting. But like you said, Yakuza. If I come into like a really good amount of money, then I'll buy Assassin's Creed. But at this point, not in my mind.
Yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't. I would be fine just watching the thing. That's how I've always been for years. Just watch games I would play I would get, but I just never really had the thirst to go get because it's
yeah.
not really that big of a deal to me.
Yes. Madden. I've been playing Madden. Even though I think people have been like, this man won't be very good. I don't know, but I probably will get it. I enjoy Madden 20. Um,
You know, I said, that's I'd be saying I hate 2K, but I still play it. So it's kind of like it's kind of like a
yeah,
gamer's thing where you say you hate this game, but you like it, but you're in the gamer's heat of the moment that you just hate the game. So
it's true.
I don't it's whatever.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I may try that RPG. I've never really played RPGs. Obviously, Naruto has some RPG elements, not fully, not even like the ones on PlayStation 2. They they have far better RPG elements than the Storm series. The Storm series had, quest and all that, but nothing like 5 or 4, which had like, you could like fight enemies actually in the world and shit. Not like, what was it? What game was it? Like, wasn't Storm 4 the one where you with Sasuke where you fought like with, Susanoo and shit, but it was more like staged, so
Um, you mean like yeah
I
yeah
believe that
that
was
was
in 4, right?
where he had
Where
like the his best Susanoo form. Yeah, it was that one.
yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah, it was four.
I
Because
kind of wish that
three he didn't really have
no.
three was his good one, but four was his best version.
Yeah, clearly because of just where the game ended. The story ended in 3 before he took his new eye took Itachi's eyes and shit. So, yeah. Yeah, these games I don't know, dude. These I'm a guy who doesn't like to try a lot of shit, but Yakuza, the vampire game, Madden, I don't give a shit about some fucking mutant dinosaurs crap. I don't know about that. Nope. No, thank you. Uh,
But we all know the people that do these let's plays that their channels about let's plays and shit.
yeah,
They
they
would
do
buy
that
that
shit.
game just cause.
Yeah, especially
Just like how
people
they
actually.
buy the game. That's how they bought Animal Crossing just cause it was new and shit. I'm like, you dudes wouldn't play that if you had no let's play channel. Let's be real. Let's be real. You would never touch that game if there was no Let's Play channel. I can't see myself playing a kitty ass game and uploading that shit for views. I gotta have fun in uploading something, uploading with something worthy on my channel, and get views rather than just uploading a game that rather than uploading a game and because it's new and get views. That's not that, and I don't have fun in the process. That's not me.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So what else is there?
Mm, that the guy that got shot running jogging.
Oh yes. What's I can't say what's his name. I obviously I just what was the article I just was reading about it. Uh, yeah. Obviously, Ahmad. I think his name was Ahmad. Ahmad Arbery was killed um by 2 white guys. You know, like what was it like? February 23rd. Again, this was I don't even know how this became something now. And it wasn't anything back before then, which is weird. But I believe they released a video, you know, that came out showing the actual killing. I've never watched it, and I will not watch it
It,
because I don't need that on my mind at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I haven't seen. I didn't even know there was a video, but I'm not gonna watch it myself because I feel him. And I also feel LeBron saying because
Yeah,
we can't even take a jog outside our
maybe
homes
not that.
without
Maybe not
worrying to
that
get
full of
shot.
this. Yeah,
I'm
maybe
like,
not maybe in that not in that part of the South. I've always said this. I think Texas is not as southern as these other states, or we're just lucky that we don't live in that kind of town, that kind of community, or
or
that
we're just
kind
lucky
of
we don't live in an area where bullshit just happens on a weekly
yeah.
basis.
Yeah, like that, at all. Unfortunately for Ahmaud Arbery, that's where he lived. He grew up. He probably jogged a bunch of times, and now these guys killed him for some reason. However, they did. Big story here is why did it take 74 days for authorities in Georgia to say they have more than sufficient probable cause to charge these two men? If it was two black guys and then the white guy was running in the hood and they shot
It is
him,
over with. It is over with.
okay, those guys would have been picked up the same day because that is how they treat blacks. That's how they treat blacks. He was killed February 23rd, and it took a fucking video of him getting mauled and killed for them to do anything. This is what we have to deal with every single time. I don't even. It just it pisses me off that it takes a video to galvanize, to get people to then care, to then get them to then charge him. It took a video. It took a video. Why? Okay. Now,
That
Vic Werner
I don't. I never understood. You said it took 74 days.
took 74 days from the killing
Um,
of this man until I believe yesterday, where they actually picked them up to actually do something. It also took a video showing the man getting killed that was taken by a third guy who was driving the car, who also should be charged because he did nothing to stop it. Um, I'm very, very mad right now because um, this is how it's always been. This is why I won't say I don't trust the police, uh, or I don't trust white people more or less. But this is why these people we need to whenever things like this happen, we gotta talk about it because this is gonna happen all the time. It still happens a lot,
because
man.
and also nobody ain't gonna talk about it because they got a following, because they got an image to protect, because they got sponsorship and all that. At the same time, we don't. We don't really care about the followers. We don't really care about the views. We don't really care about the sponsorships now. If a sponsor will come to us and da 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 da, then okay, then we can work with that. But this is stuff nobody talks about. This is stuff people trying to avoid just because it might damage their image or damage their income in any way. So,
Yeah. Um.
so so what I think, and I go back to LeBron's comment, if we did that, us two, we're black. If we did that shit, it is over with. It's over with. It is over with for us. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
will not see
it would be like a single day, like a single day, dude. That's what it would be. It wouldn't even take that long.
it would not we
Yeah.
would not see the daylight. But since two white people did it, all of a sudden it takes them it takes them almost
Yeah.
three
Like.
months to say any to put it light into light. Like, come
Yeah.
on
It
with
didn't, it
that.
didn't take very long for these people to. It took like 3 months for them to get caught. Like they didn't get caught until like today or something. Like yesterday. Like that's our problem. You know, to be honest with you. And it's a big problem, unfortunately. And you know. The report says that they thought he was a burglar. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what made them think it was a burglar, but okay, he thought it was a burglar. Whatever. I guess. I mean, fuck them. I don't even understand that point. He thought it was a burglar. Really? Man, whatever, dude. That's just pissed me off. Yeah. So there's a video. The guy, he was running down the residential street and approaching a white pickup truck stopped and rather with the man standing back. As he tried to get around the vehicle, he was confronted by a second man holding a shotgun. Altercation between two shooters and three shots can be heard. Like I said, the man who filmed the clip is also been named as a person of interest in the investigation. He did say the investigation focused exclusively on the killing and not the reasons why local authorities were slow to act. There should be investigation. Internal affairs should be put in to find out why they did not get this guy 3 months earlier. Like I told you before, the original report stated that the man, Gregory McMichael, claimed that he thought Arbery was a burglar trying to escape the scene of a nearby break-in. I don't know why you thought that. Obviously, because he's black. I get why you thought that. He's black. Let's just, make it seem like, hey, this guy, he's black. Of course, he's coming from like some super danger. He came from some situation and whatever, which is stupid. But what that's how these people think of us. They think every time you're running from a dangerous situation. He has no
I
mask on.
swear. Oh my god! Like I can't tell you how many times those situations we have seen over the years. It's just like, come on, man. You think we're running from anything and everything? Like, come on, get over yourself, bro.
Telling you, man, that's what they think. They think that if you're running from something. It's like, no, we're not running from something. We're running from your fucking crazy ass. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. We're not running from anything. All right, he was jogging in the middle of the street. He tried to get past your car. You came and shot this man because he tried to get past your car. Come on now.
Fucking idiots, man.
Fucking bitches, man. Come on, dude.
See,
Wow.
look. Now, I don't even know if I want to get a bike now.
Nah, fuck nah. I'm
I
just
was, I
fine.
was really, I was really contemplating on getting a bike. Now, I don't even know if I want to do that shit.
Yep, man. I don't know, but I think the final topic is Earl Thomas. Being a dumbass. Uh, Going on Snap. Now the story is his wife, Nina Thomas. They had an argument about his drinking. He got mad. He left. Later on, his wife goes on his Snapchat because I guess he uses Snapchat a lot. This story is so weird because of how Snapchat brought this situation about. So she goes on his Snapchat and she sees him, his brother, with a bunch of women in the bed. So she thinks, oh, he cheating. He get mad at me for talking about his all of his drinking problem. Hey, you drink too much, you get so mad, you gonna go with your brother and go get some hoes. That's what she's. And she takes the gun that they have. She takes one of her friends who has a knife and takes another one who videotaped it and goes to this Airbnb over there, bust in. She got the gun pointed at his head. She again tells these girls, I got something for you hoes, which probably means some bullets. Okay? She's got the gun aimed at the man's head. And Earl Thomas was able to wrestle it away from his wife. When the police gets there, they're both running around the car. Earl Thomas with the gun in his hand, and his wife wielding a knife. And she was brought on two counts of aggravated assault with I believe it's like something like endangerment to people or some shit. Either way, that's very serious crimes if you don't understand. I mean, aggravated assault can get you like years in jail if convicted. So
I wouldn't know about the years in aggravated assault because I don't do no crimes.
yeah, it. I don't do no crimes either, but you hear so many things about aggravated assault that I think like the highest level you can get for it, if convicted, is like a couple years, and probably the least amount you can get is probably like a couple months at the most, just because if it's nothing too super serious. And so the police report says that um, she did not put magazine in the weapon. But if you did not know, people, if you do have a weapon and you disload it, you do have to understand that um, you can actually have a bullet in the magazine in the actual weapon already. Like she may have taken out the magazine, but there's already a bullet loaded in the chamber. So if she would have tried to play around with her husband, because she said this was all supposed to scare him, and accidentally scared him by, pulling the trigger, she got blown his head off and gone to jail for first degree murder. Which, if everybody knows, what does that mean? That means I can give you the death penalty if convicted at the highest level. Obviously, she's not going to get the death penalty at all. Um, Earl Thomas was not charged. So, what is the moral of the story? If you want to cheat on your wife, don't put it on Snapchat. Don't put that thing on Snapchat, man.
I don't even. First of all, I think Snapchat is dead. I don't even have one because this is like it's another form of like IG, but a more complicated version in my eyes.
I thought it was, yeah, I thought that's what it always was. I thought that's what it always was. It was just a story. Isn't it basic just like the stories on
Yeah,
Instagram?
so basically it's like so basically IG never had IG stories. Instagram Snapchat had Snapchat stories. So when
Hmm.
Instagram seen Snapchat those had Snapchat stories, IG created IG stories. So that way it's like some part of Snap it's like basically they took some of Snapchat's thing Snapchat's ideas and put it on their put on their own app and now they call IG stories. But and you can basically well you can basically I don't know I repeat myself, but you can basically write messages under your IG story, same thing as you can do for Snapchat. And you can mess in like you can you can do all these kind of little fonts, filters, little text, all type of anything. Basically, what Snapchat stories can do, IG stories can do. So it's basically one and the same. And that's why I don't, that's why I have IG. If you don't, if you also want to look at that link in description, that's why I just have an IG. I don't have a Snapchat for what? It's the same thing.
That's true. That's true.
It's the same thing. You just post pictures on your story. You post pictures on your account. People like, people comment, people share, people do whatever. So I don't even know why he posted on Snapchat to begin with. Like, why? Keep that to
Would
yourself.
post on Snapchat because he wanted to.
That's the one thing about us about these dudes out here, or these dudes in relations. They always being stupid, doing something stupid. They always being stupid. They always recording shit that don't need to be on the internet. Like, keep that to yourself. You know, there's no
Yes,
reason for you
sir.
to be putting that out there. For what? You
Yeah,
just
but
want more trouble in your way.
why are you cheating on your wife? All because your wife said, "Hey, you have a drinking problem." You get mad? Like, come on, cuh. You gonna get mad at your wife because hey, she's have a drinking problem and she's scared that I may be drinking too much? Cause you probably are. You probably are. Like, come on, man. Does that really require you to go like cheat? Like, for him to do this, he's obviously done it before. They've only been married for 3 years. They have 3 kids. How much do you love your wife? And then the fool goes on IG and is like, these things happen to people. or like this is a regular thing that happens. To who? To you? That's not a regular thing to me. Like,
No, it's not It's not regular. It's not regular for me. If my girl told me I had a problem, I'm like, okay. I'm gonna do things to fix it. No problem. I'm not gonna go ahead and cheat. What is that? What is that gonna do? That ain't gonna get help me out, and that's gonna help you. That ain't gonna help me. I have no idea. I have no idea why he cheated. Only because she said he had a problem. Oh wow. Oh wow. So I'm done. I'm done. You cheat on your wife because she said you got a problem. That you have a problem then. Like why? Why would you do some stupid thing? It's just don't make sense to me. Let's just cheat on my wife because she said I have a problem. Well, if he did that, then he shouldn't be in a relationship then.
yeah,
If your wife can't tell you that you have a problem, you shouldn't be in a relationship. You should not. It's facts.
yeah, man. He messed
It's
up.
facts.
But hey, he's stupid. Yeah, he's dumb. He got now the Ravens are looking to try and get out of the contract. We find out he freelances too much on during the game. He doesn't follow defensive assignments or scheme. So I understand why they're looking to try and get out away him out of there. They won't. But hey, whatever. But I think the moral of the story is if you want to cheat, don't cheat like he did. Number two, you should have a different Snapchat for that, I guess. If your wife's gonna look at your Snapchat, and always have two phones. Always have two phones. One for the people.
That's me. That's me, man. I'm looking. That's me. I got me two different phones, bro.
Especially if that's something you want to do, because it sure looks like that's something he wants to do. But
I
hey, I
mean,
guess
I got two different phones for for other reasons. I got one phone for like okay, that's like my main, and then I got my other phone for like music or like
yeah,
taking pay
well,
and all that normal shit. Not no
yeah,
play. I got two different phones for two different sets of hoes and shit. That's not me.
that's maybe what he needs to do. Because obviously, don't tell me he's only done this now. I mean, come on. The thing you do after having an argument is go be in bed with other women. He's done this before, clearly. And you're married with three kids, and you married her like just 3 years ago. You're already tired of your wife. That's what that shows me. Um,
Seemed like she wasn't good enough for him then.
Also, if I was him, I would not. He can try to stay with his wife, I guess. I wouldn't. She pulled a gun out on me. Um, just because you cheat, just because you cheat does not mean you can pull a gun out on somebody. I'm sorry. That makes
I
no
don't agree. I
sense.
don't agree with that one either. I don't agree. You should be
Yeah,
pulling a gun on anybody.
yeah, you shouldn't be pulling out no gun on somebody just because they cheated. That doesn't make sense. But
I'll put it like this: either y'all can talk about it, or y'all can make an
they are
agreement to
talking though.
separate.
They are
You
talking.
can,
He did say on that IG post like yesterday or so that they are talking. They are seeing. He is seeing his kids, which means she has. I believe from what I heard was she brought the kids with them. I always said, why does she have the kids at all? She's the one who brought the gun. Um, but black people like to stay with people who have horrible situations. Like he pulled a gun out on you, and you're talking to her again. Uh, and unfortunately, it is difficult because they do have children, so it does make it harder. But it wouldn't make it hard for me. Them kids can learn how to love both of us, being away from each other. I'm not staying with you anymore. You pull out that gun on me? Nah, nah, not at all.
and if I cheat, y'all put no. I'm gone. I can't trust you. You're not trustworthy. You might come on. I might be on the couch sleeping. Kids are going at school. You might just come out of your room and just shoot me. Nah, man. Nah. I'm good, B.
Yeah.
Get it. Get it. It's like the same situation, real quick. It's like Nate's life and his ex, Michaela. them two had them. They was together for like 2 years. Them two niggas was had like the worst break, had like the worst fallouts I've ever seen. Talking about talking crazy. I'm talking about not talking to each other, the usual. I'm talking about like berating each other on the internet. And then they get back together. Then they're talking about having kids. Then he
Oh
proposed to
yeah.
her,
Wait,
and
that
all of a
was weird.
sudden, so you heard about that?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they stopped talking and they broken up now again. I'm over here like, so you do all this, you don't even get married, you gave her a ring, and now you're over here. Now he's over here messing with some other girl now. I don't. And I always said this: you don't know her. You only know her off IG. You just now start talking to her. You don't even know what kind of upbringing she's from. You don't even know what kind of who she's been talking, who she's talked to. You don't even know what kind of person she is. You don't even know like half of her whole life. You don't even know her main life story, or her main background. You don't even know what she's done. You don't even know who she's talked to. You don't even know what kind of shit she's been involved in, whether it's good or bad. You just don't know these things. And for you to try, I mean, these are kind of things you just got to go through. You got to figure these out. You got to figure this person out, see if they're the one. And I guess she is the one. But reason why I'm saying this because it ties into this Earl Thomas situation. They they have found a common ground. He has not found a he found a common ground and then didn't, and then he tried to find one again, and now he didn't again. Now he's trying to find. Now this is like his third time that we know, because we don't know Nate's life before YouTube. We don't know that shit because he didn't start YouTube like he started YouTube like a long time ago. So we don't know Nate's life before the fame. We don't know that nigga. We know the nigga. We don't know. We know Nate's life now. So that's so I'm just putting you on a free game real quick, man. If you trying to get in these relationships, you gotta figure out who they are. You gotta figure out what they are about. And if you know what they about, then more power to you. More power to you. And at the end of the day, it's like is are they the one for you? Are they the one?
Yep. Well, guess that's it for us today on this late night podcast. Well, shit, it's Friday. What the hell? 7 o'clock. Oh well. I guess that's
Well,
what
I
happens
mean,
when
we
you're.
could have did it, but someone over here was not.
Hey man, it's that. No, 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 no. This was good. When you know your favorite show's on, but you're still talking, that's how you know it's a good podcast. That's what everybody says to me. And anyways, even I miss some shows that I really don't care about watching that
I
much.
mean, at the
But
same time, I could just rewatch it. I could just rewatch the
yeah,
40 minutes
so
I missed, but it doesn't really. It did. But already look, because I've been a wrestling fan for so long, I already know the lit shit doesn't happen early too often.
yeah, not really.
It happens at the end. So I'm not tripping about missing 40 minutes of a show. I'm not tripping about missing 40 minutes of a show I've been watching for like the past like, well, I would say 15 years.
Yep.
Back in the attitude, back in like the ruthless aggression era, at
Back when it
its
was
era.
on regular TV, like it was on
Yeah.
UPN. Now it's on fucking cable. You even don't have cable, you can't watch half of the show. You can only watch one now. Oh shit, that sucked. I wish you'll go back on regular TV, but it's on. Whatever. Fucking, it's on. That's how you became. That's how they became big in the first place, because they're on regular TV and shit. Like, like that's why the NBA is kind of like fucking screwed because they don't have nothing on regular TV anymore. They only have anything on regular TV until like freaking March. Like if you don't have like cable, like you can't watch NBA. You know. Oh fuck, man, that sucks. Ah. Man,
But but with that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 56. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach.
and hey, it's your boy going forward, and hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, late night podcast, which was good. Um, and have a good weekend, and don't forget, do not put your extramarital affairs on Snapchat or any social media website, or you'll end up like Earl Thomas.
Or you will be exposed. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and if you're new, you know what to do, and we out. Ah!
Later.